Hey friends, it's Michelle from Compass and Wildflower Studio, and I'm going to show you how to web piece this star block. So on a table, lay out all of your pieces to the block just like you were getting ready to arrange them for sewing. And we're going to divide these into 4 columns. We've got column 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to gather the pieces from each column from top to bottom. Make sure the pieces from the top row are on the top of the stack. So gather those all together, and then we're going to put pins in each stack. Make sure we keep them together. Fun thing is that I have pins that have numbers on them. So we've got pins for number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's gather those up. Make sure that column 1 is on top and take them to our machine. Bring the stacks for column 1 and column 2 to your machine. Column 1 on the left and column 2 on the right. We're going to be starting our first row. So lay down the top piece on column 1, right side up, and then lay down the piece from column 2, the top piece, right sides together, and go ahead and sew. And you're not going to want to cut your threads at the end of this seam. We're just going to keep that moving to keep the pieces together. Continue by placing the next piece from column 1 and column 2 right sides together just like you did before, and align the points if you need to, and go ahead and send that through your machine. We're going to continue down the 2 columns. We've got the first 2 pieces of the 3rd row coming up here. Align those points and sew, and remember, don't cut your threads. Okay, we're on to the last pieces from column 1 and column 2. Place those right sides together and go ahead and sew. Great, now let's see how we did. Looking good. Okay, we're ready for the next part. So we're going to bring over the pieces from column 3, and we're going to start at the top, matching right sides to rights and sewing along that right side, and match those points. Remember, don't cut the threads. And we are going to work down this part of the block. So you're connecting column 2 with the pieces from column 3, and this will keep things all together. This method is really handy if you have fur babies that like to kind of play with your quilt blocks. It'll keep it all together if you need to step away from your project, or if you want to just chain piece these and web piece all your blocks first, and then go back and sew the rows together second. Looking good. Next up, we're bringing over our last column, column 4. So we're going to take that top piece off and sew it on the right hand side, right sides together, and continue down this column and match your points up and just keep on going. This is great to do while you're watching a movie. You can kind of zone out for a little bit if you'd like. Just kind of a nice way to keep things flowing. Okay, the last piece, we are almost done. Great, see how that came together? So cool. Now's the point where you can press those seams open if you would like, or however you'd like to do them. And now we're gonna sew our rows up. So we've got those little threads connecting the rows. You can leave those there, or you can clip those off. But match up those seams and just go down the line. On some of the thicker seams, I like to clip the threads so that I can see where the points will align. So sometimes I'll even glue those seams together just to make sure that they don't go anywhere. You can use pins as well, you can use glue, you can use clips, whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. So I've got glue and a clip there just to make sure that it stays where it needs to be. And we'll match up our last seam between rows 3 and 4, and then go ahead and sew. While you're sewing, just keep an eye on your seam allowances that you've pressed. Make sure that if the seams are pressed open, that they stay open, and if they're pressed to the side, make sure that they stay where they are so that you don't have any weird seam pressing going on, and just keep sewing that row. Okay, let's check it out. If the points are the way you like them, then go ahead and trim that little extra thread that we left on there while we were piecing our columns together. You'll especially want to do that if you're pressing the seams open. And go ahead and repeat that to sew together the rows for the rest of your block. Congratulations on making a web-pieced star block. Great job! If you like this tutorial and would like to see more, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.